So this string is 4-2, and it's kind of like his baseline, like, go-to string. It's got a crushing blow. It's good for punishing. One neat thing is yeah, he uses his guns and his data spike a lot, which is pretty cool. Both of his throws have crushing blows, the typical crushing blow requirement, which is always really strong in his game. This is Robobop, his back too. He just bops you and it's like his combo starter.
Robobop.
So this is interesting. His back one is like his fastest hit. And the bombs are part of the normal. You can do close, medium, or far. So it's like a special move basically. His back three is a low with really good range. He doesn't really have like a great overhead to mix them up, but it's pretty good. And this is like his main pop-up, forward 4. Really good range, decently fast, but the last hit's a high, so you can just... He of course has the auto 9, and it is a great projectile. It's super fast. You can amplify it for really good damage. And the Cobra Cannon is awesome. So probably the notable thing here is the pushback on block when you amplify it, which I'm about to show. You go way back. So if you're trying to slowly advance through it, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. And while it's a high, the other two hits are mid, so if you're trying to slowly advance, he can push you way back and just start that zoning over again. Then he's got this shoulder cannon, which is pretty similar to bombs in the past game. They're great for space control. He can put them out, force you to move. Then he has an anti-air gun, which is really fast, covers a ton of space, recovers pretty fast, and he has this neat parry. And this is cool because it actually parries projectiles, well, it absorbs them, and it acts as a parry for normal attacks. So I think we're about to show it. And this has a crushing blow in the requirement.
Oh, what variation one? Sorry, my bad.
So this has a command grab, picks you up with status spike. And the fun thing is if he amplifies it, he can turn you around or actually carry you for a little while for really far wall carry. And it's super fun to do because you're picking him up like you're a child or something. And this has a crushing blow. It's true. For punishing a wake up roll. So like the idea would be if you throw them into the corner, you think they're going to try to roll out of the corner, roll past you. You pause, do that, they're going to take a lot of damage. Then he has this advancing or retreating auto 9. And he'll slowly walk forward or back, and you decide at what point you want to let it go, or you can cancel it. You also look really intimidating, which I think is important.
The animation team nailed his walk too.
It's so good, right?
Oh man.
And then lastly, he gets these amplified bombs, which, as Derek was saying earlier, have a different reaction. Now they shock you, and he gets a combo starter. So this variation has a command grab and significantly better space control with his bombs. Like this one is probably the best zoning one. His auto 9 becomes this low gun. Hits mid. I'm just calling it low down because he goes low. But this is super fast.
He does that all the time.
He also gains this flamethrower, which is awesome for pressure. Because, you know, they're not knocked down, and then he gets a lot of advantage. He can go up, do his forward 2 pressure, do a throw, whatever. If the opponent hits a button, they're taking a huge risk. And then he gains this rocket, which to me is the star of this variation. It is awesome. It is super fast. It has a long trail. It's really just bombs. Instead of the regular bombs, he gets these police strip, and that will do dot damage. It kind of works like Aaron Black's acid. And if he amplifies it, it becomes tear gas. So this normally does dot, but then also, if the opponent sits in it too long, they'll get stunned, and then he gets a combo. And he can have both out at the same time, which really, you can see this light bar really adds up.
Man.
It's melting him.
Then he also gets this electrify move, and what this does is if the opponent attacks him, they will take damage. So this makes him like the king of closing out games. Like he can